Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We got five big titles on the line, 9 matches, 5 titles. It is time for AoK Championship Wrestling, and we have a lot to do. I am your host, the Ace of Knaves. Welcome in, and let's get to the let's get right to it. We're going to kick things off with the hardcore title on the line, 8-man battle royal. Pandinus, Tank, Joe Coyote, RWP, Josh Blackwell, Ted Rockpage, Eric Coleman, and by golly, the world champion. I'm sorry, the world hardcore champion. I guess it's a world champion. A hardcore champion, Psychosis. I know, right? This is how it's going to go. All 8 men in the ring. This actually is the entire hardcore division for us at the moment. Just at the moment. But let's go to ringside. Let's get these guys introductions. And let's get a fight. First one up. First one out. Who it gonna be? RWP, the highest man in the room.
And it's for the Hardcore Championship.
Looking to capture the hardcore title along with our boy Torrence Benjamin, the Almighty, bringing it in tonight for the Buffalo's Unwanted. Forgive me while I stutter and stammer here a little bit. We're about to get it kicked off. I do promise you that. RWP ready to kick it off. He is waiting for his 7 other opponents.
And representing the crew from Tulsa, Oklahoma, weighing in at 275 pounds, Bulldozer, Josh Blackwell.
Another one coming in. Josh Blackwell, the Bulldozer. Because this is about to get crazy. This is about to get crazy. Josh Blackwell, former world tag team champion with his brother Nick. Haven't seen them much in the tag team division recently, but tag team division they were. Tag team champions as well. We're going to get another one going here. Who is out next? 8-man over the top battle royal for the hardcore title. He is one half of the Dogs of War, Chris Coyote.
210 pounds, the natural Chris Coyote. And representing Dirty Dogs from Sri Lanka, weighing in at 210
Coyote having an opportunity to be one of the few wrestlers to have been able to pin the Hinkledimers and pick up the world title, the world tag team titles off of these guys, or off of the current champions. So again, another former tag team champion in the ring with us. What a way to kick it off. We got 5 titles on the line. We got 5 of them. You got the the hardcore title on the line tonight. We got the United States title on the line tonight. We got the women's hardcore title on the line. We got the Intercontinental title on the line. We also will get our first look at that brand new unified light heavyweight title. And that'll be something to get into a little bit later as well. But until then, Teddy Rockpage making his way in for his opportunity to recapture the hardcore title. All these men in this battle royal have been at some point crowned with gold. Whether it be tag team, hardcore, world title, intercontinental, they are all champions here in AoK at some point or another. With the exception of one, and that'll probably be the next person out. We'll point him out when he gets here. Big dummy that he is. Big dummy that he is. We've got a couple of guys waiting at ringside to get this in. Next one out. As I said, this is an 8-man battle royal. And Tank, the buff, Corey Matthews. 245-pound Chia Pet. And by golly, one of the toughest of the hardcore champions here in AoK. This man carried the tag team title. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get it right at some point tonight. I'm gonna get it right at some point. Tank able to carry that hardcore title 3 consecutive times. He's a 3-time former hardcore champion. His last reign was a straight 90 days straight run, defending that title at every opportunity, as we do here in AoK. The hardcore title, one of the most the most challenging titles to hold on to. Eric Coleman making his way down. The only man not to have worn gold in AoK in this matchup. And quite possibly even in the history of AoK. I don't think he's that bad. He might be that bad. Eric the Hammer Coleman. Coming at us from OCWS history books. The idiot half-brother of James Coleman. Bringing it in, just a few more to go, just in these entrances alone. We got some time put in here. Another former tag team champion. One half of the Luchadorks. Pandinus. I hit some of these matches up here for you as we wait for these final entrances to come through. We're going to see Torrence Benjamin take on Alexander K, using his rematch clause after losing the title, the United States title, to Alexander K. The Almighty looking to recapture that here tonight. We said earlier, you might get a good look at the unified light heavyweight championship when Anthony Omega puts it on the line against James Coleman. Got lots of tag team action for you tonight as well. The Rad Boys facing off against Retribution. The War Raiders will take on Coyote Kid and Pedro the Owl. A 6-woman matchup coming up just shortly here after this match. The Shield Maidens taking on the Squad. Emma Garcia and Violet Watson along with Ivy joining them tonight. Prestige and Bud Marvelous set to face off. And of course our main event tonight, the Iron Man Ken Bouchard cashing in on his rematch clause for the Intercontinental title.
Louisiana.
He will face off against Dean Graves
He is the hardcore
to
champion.
wrap up the show tonight. And our hardcore champion is just about to enter the ring, and this 8-man battle royal is about to get kicked off in just a few. Did we miss any of those matches? Oh yeah, we did miss the women's hardcore title on the line tonight, as well as Aylynn Potter faces off against the Witch Lilith. And I believe that is all 9. Not particularly in the order you were given. Psychosis, your hardcore champion. And unfortunately, he has to withstand all 7 other men as they get tossed over the top rope in order to remain that champion. Here we go, ring the bell and let's get it done. Everybody facing off one-on-one here. Eric Coleman scooping up Chris Coyote in a big power slam. He goes down. Rockpage dropped to the mat by Psychosis. Eric Coleman and Josh Blackwell at the bottom half of your screen. RWP locking up with Chris Coyote. Big headbutt. Backbreaker, neckbreaker on Tank, and a huge choke slam from Eric Coleman onto Josh Blackwell. Ted Rockpage over the top rope, holding on. And able to get himself back inside. Closest thing to an elimination we were seeing there. And this follows it up. Eric Coleman gets his jaw jacked by that clothesline. But right back to his feet and right back after Psychosis. Josh Blackwell fires off a couple of big shots there to Ted Rockpage. Pandinus attacking Psychosis in the bottom left-hand corner of the ring here. Eric Coleman, RWP high in the air, down he goes to the mat. He's lucky he didn't send him out the other way. Sling blade by Chris Coyote. Chris Coyote. I think it's Chris Coyote. Gets into the corner and sidesteps. Eric Coleman sidestepping the Masked Man. RWP power bombs, sets down Psychosis. And again, Coleman showing off some power while Tank and Josh Blackwell. Well, Josh turning his attention back to Tank as Tank ran off to attack Coyote. In the corner, trying to fight his way back. Tank battles to hold on. RWP clubbing blow to the back of the head and gets a shot to the gut by Psychosis. Nice neck breaker by Pandinus. There's a whole lot going on here. And feel free, look at this. Tank doing reps in the middle of the ring, trying to get a mid-match workout going on. Spin out a spine buster by Josh Blackwell, now raking the face of Pandinus. No eliminations yet. Last man standing gets crowned the hardcore title. Pandinus and RWP battling out of the corner here. Look at this. Rockpage with the champ. Gets him over the top rope. A Psychosis trying to hold on to the bottom rope there. The bottom strand helping him out. Back inside he goes again. No eliminations thus far. Big hip toss by Ted Rockpage. Coyote sends RWP into the corner. And turns his attention away from him. Goes after Pandinus. Eric Coleman with Ted Rockpage on the ropes. Massive inverted suplex by Psychosis. Center of the ring. Pedigree. Again, the hardcore title, one of the most traded around title here in AoK. These guys are battling out in the Battle Royal tonight, and Tank has been eliminated. 7 men left, and the hardcore champion barely holding on, barely breaking free out of that corner. Tank, one of the biggest sorry, I lost my train of thought. Tank, one of the biggest wrestlers to take this one. Hardcore champion 3 times over, and Pandinus gets tossed out by Eric Coleman. Fair enough, you be safe. You be safe up there, my friend. Get to where you're going. And I'll shoot you a message here a little bit later. What does next Sunday at 3 look like for you if you would like to do... Oh, excuse me. If you'd like to do one of those things in that group form, in that D&D type times. So yeah, if you got time, man, we got a spot. We'd be more than happy to have you. Another one won't hurt, especially where we're at the moment. Eric Coleman down in the bottom left-hand corner. Word, I forgot. I mean, I remembered that, but also, I don't. It's a thing. Only 6 men left in the ring. The champion's still there. Logan Hawk in the house tonight. IKB in the house, sort of. Logan Hawk, you boy got the night off tonight, as it looks. As it turns out, look like the whole squad over there's got the night off tonight. Is that right? It can't be right. It might be right. I'll have to take a look at this match card a little bit as we go through here tonight. That's a rarity. Shame on me. As we get this set. Blackwell with Rockpage up on his shoulder, Snake Eyes in the top right-hand corner. The champ sent to the left-hand corner. RWP up on the shoulders of Eric Coleman, atomic drop. And Rockpage, running blockbuster, takes Coleman down. And the hardcore champion is dispersed. Right over the top rope, and right out he goes. We will be crowning a new hardcore champion at the end of this matchup as Psychosis starts his walk back to the locker room. Blackwell with the Irish whip on Coleman, sends him into the corner. Looking to get rid of him. Chris Coyote back to his feet, as well as RWP, but RWP eats the bottom of the soul. And back down to the mat. Coleman almost dumped. Coyote on Blackwell, suplex. Rockpage with a big FU. Fires off again. RWP from behind. Running Bulldog. Face crusher. Stand down. Coyote springboard, nobody home. Eating mat. Rockpage dumped over the top, holding on. Eric Coleman tries to get rid of him, but fails miserably. Spin-a-rooney tombstone. Down goes RWP by Coyote. Rockpage dropping Coleman. Chris Coyote sets him up. High angle DDT. Rockpage, you can't see. Oh, you can't see that boot coming up on your forehead. Vulcan death grip on Ted Rockpage by Josh Blackwell. Eric Coleman with a beautiful standing power slam. And Eric Coleman, last man standing at the moment. Could we be seeing a new tag with a new hardcore champion be Eric Coleman? Big boot takes down Blackwell, comes up fighting. Look at this, ducking under that foot of Chris Coyote. Blackwell, sucker punch by Ted Rockpage, caught that out of the corner of his eye. Into the ropes. RWP dropped to the mat with a drop toe hold. Rockpage taking it old school here tonight. After Josh Blackwell, Ted Rockpage, former, again, another one of the favorites to win this hardcore title match. RWP taken for the ride. Choke slam. Rockpage focusing on Coleman. Chris Coyote drops Blackwell. Rockpage follows suit on Coyote. This is these final five are definitely in here for this title. They're in on a big clothesline by Coleman. Follows that up. Josh Blackwell runs down Coleman with a clothesline. This could be it. Spikes him down right on top of that shaved coconut. Coyote looking to be eliminated here by Ted Rockpage. Holding on to the bottom strand. RWP on the other hand going after Eric Coleman, takes him down to the mat with that that man's tapping out. It don't matter, you can't tap out. Now RWP has to deal with getting Eric Coleman up off the mat and over the top rope, but at the moment he's got to worry more about Chris Coyote. Coyote looking to be eliminated. Can he hold on? He sure as hell don't. Down goes Coyote, 4 men left. Hardcore Championship looking to be put out here. Powerbomb by Rockpage. Blackwell, Irish whip, sends him into the turnbuckles. And now Blackwell looking to eliminate Rockpage, has him up on the top of the ropes. Able to get free again. 4 men left. RWP holding on, core strength involved. Able to get back in, but up and down he goes. Samoan drop by the bulldozer. Another shoulder tackle, down goes Rockpage. Eric Coleman now the focus of one half of the Wrecking Crew. Irish whip, Coleman into the corner. Rockpage, flying shoulder tackle, takes down the bulldozer. RWP back to his feet, looking for an opportunity. Finds it off that clothesline. Shot to the back, springboard, drop kick to the back of the head, and folded that man's clothes with him still in them. Rockpage back to his feet, RWP on the ropes. Jonathan, how are you? Good time to be in here, brother. Hardcore title, 8-man battle royal, final 4. Welcome back into the channel, man. I'm glad to see you back. How have you been? Been catching some good stuff from you over there. Catch mostly on your VODs when I can. Try to catch you live when I can. Look at this, Eric Coleman on the ropes, but Josh Blackwell getting caught up by RWP. Rockpage back to his feet. Going after Blackwell. RWP with Eric Coleman. Snap suplex. Could have been snapped. That was a little bit of trouble getting that man over. Bear hug applied by Josh Blackwell. Eric Coleman, that looked a little low with that tip of that boot. Catching RWP right in the groin. Follows it up with a clothesline. And Rockpage barely holding on here as he tries to battle out of the grasp of the bulldozer. Coleman looking to take advantage. Has him on the ropes. Josh Blackwell trying to holding on to that second strand, but Coleman dumps him over, holding on bottom strand, and out he goes. Elimination. Josh Blackwell, 3 men left. Eric Coleman, RWP, and Ted Rockpage. Big suplex. Down he goes. Rockpage looking for a little bit of separation, looking to catch his breath. RWP, meanwhile, a couple of back elbows, puts Eric Coleman against the ropes. RWP has him up and dumps him out unceremoniously. The leader of Buffalo's Unwanted Sets himself up for failure. Ted Rockpage right into the corner. He's got to hold on. RWP in a bad way here. He's in a bad spot. Oh, that right hand. He caught that right hand right in the jawline. RWP able to save himself, get back in the match. A clubbing blow across the back one more time. Hardcore title on the line, final two. 8-man battle royal. RWP. Ted Rockpage. One of these two men will become the new hardcore champion. And RWP, up to the shoulders goes Rockpage. And just like Eric Coleman, RWP dumps out Teddy Rockpage to be crowned your hardcore champion. Take a look at some of these replays here. We see that single spikes power driver. Coyote being dumped out. And of course, Ted Rockpage in the final moments being eliminated by RWP and Buffalo's Unwanted. Capturing gold again. As Torrence Benjamin had lost the United States title to Alexander K at Elimination Chamber. Unfortunately, Torrence Benjamin did have his hand on the rope. And the referee did not see it, so he will be looking for that rematch tonight. And we will bring that to you live as Torrence Benjamin, the Almighty, faces off against Alexander K for the United States title. But right now, tag team action coming up. Braden Elliott, Jake Wiley, the Rad Boys in the house. Taking on Retribution, Vortex, and Psycho Smoke. Let's head to ringside for those introductions. Quite a few tag matches for you tonight as well. As I said earlier, we'll see the War Raiders here tonight. We'll see 6-man women's tag action a little bit later. Going to be an action-packed night here on AoK. Rad Boys in and out of AoK, not seeing much of them over the last couple of weeks. But they are back here tonight, looking to climb back up the ranks of the tag team division. Psycho Smoke and Vortex. Vortex on your right, Smoke on your left. Strange duo. Both absolutely superb singles competitors. But even better as a tag team. They will be looking to get their sights set onto the Hinkledimers. Omer T and Cletus J, the World Tag Team Champions. Not unbeatable, but good golly, are they a pain in the ass when it comes to defending those titles here in AoK. Retribution, Rad Boys, Joe Brony, a head official, bringing the bell for us. Vortex going after Braden Elliott. And Jake Wiley set Psycho Smoke down with that German suplex. Rad Boys trying to gain the early stage momentum here. Look at this, Wiley with a pinfall attempt. Elliott off the ropes. Just boot to the forehead there. Wiley trying for a, looked like he was going to go for a body slam, but just not strong enough to pull that one off. Trading it up, Braden Elliott steps in with a suplex and a pinfall attempt. Vortex on the outside. Just falling short on that one. before it could go. Elliott finds himself in a predicament. Big fist drop to follow it up. Psycho Smoke in control over Braden Elliott. Jake Wiley. Look at this, taking on both members of Retribution. And Vortex gets the upper hand. We got a ladder. Vortex introducing a ladder to the match. Braden Elliott and Psycho Smoke right out here in front of us. Up he goes. What a power bomb that was. Jesus Christ. He almost killed that man. Jake Wiley in the ring. Drop kick. Drops Vortex. Follows him up with that Hangman's DDT. Braden Elliott from behind. Drops the bomb on Psycho Smoke. Vortex trying to get the crowd behind him. Unfortunately, all he gets is both Rad Boys in front of him. Up and over goes Braden Elliott. Vortex drop to the mat looking for separation as Wiley looking for a submission of Braden Elliott through the rope. Suicide dive. And the Rad Boys are most definitely in the house. And now they are not. That spinning kick dropping Jake Wiley and Vortex. Introducing Braden Elliott to the ringside ring apron there. Wiley on the inside with Psycho Smoke. Braden Elliott on the outside with Vortex. Wiley to the top. Big leap. Full splash. Goes for the cover. Leg is hooked. And we get ourselves a 2 count. Braden Elliott continues the assault outside the ring. Psycho Smoke missing with that spinning backhand as Wiley just stepped out of the way. Vortex in the ring with a steel chair from behind on Braden Elliott. Never seen it coming. And now Jake Wiley in the ring. Look at this, floats down. DDT applied. We got a pinfall attempt. Wiley kicking out at 2. Vortex, what a minute. Good golly, did you see that? He just laid Braden Elliott out flat. Jake Wiley rolling to the outside. Psycho Smoke there to meet him. Vortex on the inside. Powerbomb on the outside. Elliott steps behind. Full Nelson slam. Full Nelson suplex. Lets him go. I thought he was going to try to hold him down for the pinfall. Big drop kick to the back of the head of Jake Wiley. A big drop kick on the back of the head of Brady and Elliott in a 1 count only. This matchup continues. Tag team action between the Rad Boys and Retribution. Skull crashing finale. And another near pinfall as Braden Elliott gets his shoulder up. Jake Wiley with the famouser. And he may have just busted Psycho Smoke open. This ladder in a strange positioning here. We got a kendo stick. And it gets introduced to Braden Elliott. Suplex on the outside by Jake Wiley. We got action on both sides of the ring. And Braden Elliott needs to find his way back up here. That kendo stick doing some damage there. But not as much as that right hand just did. Jake Wiley, Psycho Smoke. Just to our right here. Vortex. I'm not sure what Vortex has in mind. He is kind of searching for something. He comes back out with the steel chair. Not much Joe Brody can do about this except just wait for somebody to get back in the ring and attempt a pinfall or submission. Braden Elliott. Look at this, setting him up for an Alabama slam, and over the back he goes. Just missing that steel chair. Maybe not. Vortex going to make sure he don't miss with it. Swing and a miss anyway. Jake Wiley laid out in the upper right hand. Playing possum, back to his feet, misses with the drop kick. Braden Elliott with the steel chair. Vortex. The Psycho Smoke. 2 O's in the chat as Jake Wiley just Samoa Joe'd his ass to come crashing down. Psycho Smoke back in the ring by himself, getting some free taunting time in. As the Rad Boys beat the absolute snot out of Vortex. Coming around with the sledgehammer. And he meets two Rad Boys waiting for him. Jake Wiley with the sledgehammer. And Braden Elliott going to find something of his own. Vortex back to his feet. The fight continues over the sledgehammer down into the knee. And I believe Psycho Smoke went down on that too. Braden Elliott, look at this. Repeated headbutts on Jake Wiley. Spanish fly by Braden Elliott. The Rad Boys trying to fight back, but Retribution, again, a tough tag team. Psycho Smoke into the barricade for the second time, courtesy of Jake Wiley. Elliott stepping over, looking for the submission. Joe Brony right there to make the call. And Psycho Smoke makes the save. Turns it into a spike power driver, cactus driver. And Wiley back into the ring. Look at that, a headlock and a noogie, and down goes Psycho Smoke. That could be it. Kick out at 2. The Rad Boys again in control. Psycho Smoke left alone in the ring. Braden Elliott from behind. Sides. Try that again. Side Russian. One more try. Hey, it don't matter. We're well past it now. Jake Wiley and Braden Elliott trading punches over Psycho Smoke, and Psycho getting the upper hand on Jake Wiley. Up to the shoulders he goes. Wiley trying to fight free. Braden dumped to the outside. Jake Wiley locks on that sleeper. And again, unfortunately, Retribution able to keep the match alive with Vortex making a save. Cutter using a stunner motion and the top rope with for leverage. And everybody to the outside. Rad Boys, Rad Boys and Retribution. I'm not sure what Jake Wiley has in mind, getting some cardio in over here. Big backbreaker, Braden Elliott taking Vortex back inside the ring. And we're bringing it back outside the ring. Kendo stick being applied directly to the midsection of Psycho Smoke. Breaks himself free, sending Braden Elliott back inside the ring. Jake Wiley finds himself in a bad spot here as both members of Retribution take turns with a beatdown here. Braden Elliott walking into the carnage. All 4 men outside the ring. Anything goes. Extreme Rules tag action. Braden Elliott doing his best to fight back against two opponents. With the mandible claw locked in. And again, no submission on the outside. Jake Wiley trying to make the save, but he just ends up, look at this. Baseball bat, shading hands. And Braden Elliott is back to his feet. And unfortunately, Retribution is now face to face with 2 standing Rad Boys. And a baseball bat finds it between the eyes of Psycho Smoke. Snap suplex, baseball bat to the back. These boys are not playing, aren't playing it safe tonight at all. Psycho Smoke again trying to fight back. Inverted power slam, face first, into the concrete. Let's get it back inside the ring here, boy. Backbreaker landing him on top of the that ladder. Be a good time for the referee Joe Brony to bring this match back inside somehow. He's got very little authority in this matchup. Look at this jab. Knocked the kendo stick right out of Braden Elliott. Wiley getting double teamed again in this matchup. Baseball bat to the shoulder. These guys are looking to hurt somebody tonight. This is gang warfare here tonight. Wiley back to his feet. Bridging suplex. Turns his attention to Vortex. German suplex on this one. Back inside the ring goes Vortex. Jake Wiley. Face first. Braden Elliott slamming the face of Psycho Smoke into that ladder. Follows it up with a suplex. Jake Wiley finds himself in the turnbuckles. And it's time. Rolling Thunder forehead. Big headbutt to the chest. And we got a pinfall attempt. Braden Elliott, therefore, it makes the save. This matchup continues. Elliott, knee to the face. Down goes Vortex. Braden Elliott leaving the ring again. Looking for help. And finds a baseball bat. He attacks Psycho Smoke, but Vortex shows up with the baseball bat. Wiley, X Factor. Down goes Vortex. Helps his opponent back up. I'm not sure what he's got in mind. Sends him into the turnbuckles. Or I'm sorry, the post and into the barricade. Rad Boys again in control. Steel chair across the back. Vortex down. Psycho Smoke looking to make his way back up, but again, numbers against him. Bro. That was the most violent teabag ever. And again, Retribution. Bringing it back to the Rad Boys. Look at this. Another power bomb by Psycho Smoke. That arm trap power bomb. And Jake Wiley going ham with that steel chair. Kick to the midsection. Psycho Smoke. Neckbreaker. Down he goes again. And the Rad Boys again in control of the matchup. But again, only on the outside here. Sets him up. The side effect. Down goes Wiley in the sledgehammer. Swing and a miss. Wiley missing with that super kick. But Braden following everything up here on Psycho Smoke. Elliott back in the ring. Vortex drops the knee on Wiley. Elliott back outside the ring. Jake Wiley back to his feet. Again, these two teams have I think they're just out to hurt each other more than they are to win the match. We got two people in the ring. That's close to an ending, perhaps. Braden finally getting the advantage. But Psycho fires back with a couple of right hands. Jake Wiley trying to gain control on the outside. Vortex. And Jake Wiley on the outside. Braden Elliott and Psycho Smoke on the inside. Elliott with that inverted, almost inverted suplex. It's like a complete suplex backwards by lifting himself. Hits the ropes. Short-faced STO. And the Rad Boys fighting for dominance, but again, end up being outnumbered. 2-1. Inside the ring, eat the feet. Down goes Elliott. Jake Wiley laid out on this ladder bridge in front of us. Psycho Smoke in the corner. Vortex to the top. And changes his mind. Decides not to do it. Look at this. Goes to the other side. As Wiley gets back to his feet. Makes his way back in the ring. Braden Elliott doing the same. Snapmare by Vortex. Spinning back elbow by Psycho Smoke. This could do it. We got a pinfall attempt. And a 2 count. A 2 count. This matchup continues. The Sledgehammer getting involved again here. This time on the inside of the ring. Shot to the ribs. Up to the shoulder. Power slam. Psycho Smoke looking for the pinfall. He's got the leg hooked. And Braden Elliott still has too much fight in him. Un-effing-believable skull-crushing finale. But look at this. Braden Elliott looking to make the pinfall first. Down he goes. Is that enough? Doesn't even make the attempt for the pinfall. Vortex, right hand, setting up. No, reversed again. Braden Elliott with the break. Another pinfall attempt, another break and save. Elliott, what a super kick. Psycho Smoke dropped like a bag of bricks on that super kick. Able to fight back up, but again, Elliott one step ahead. Wow. What was that? He bent that man in half. Straight standing scorpion over that rope. And continues to attack Psycho Smoke with the sledgehammer, but Vortex, rolling thunder. Lands it on Wiley. Braden Elliott fires off a shot back to the sledgehammer. A few more shots. Psycho Smoke drops the big knee. Braden Elliott rolling to the outside here. Jake Wiley in a bad spot. Neck breaker. Elliott again doing his best here. 2-on-1 as Braden Elliott makes it back to his feet. Double leg hip toss, I guess is what it be. The Psycho Smoke biting the fingers of Braden Elliott. Sleeper. Vortex. Vortex with the sleeper applied. And Braden Elliott has been completely put to sleep. It is good night, Irene, as the Retribution picks up the victory in this Extreme Rules Tag match. Take a look at some of the replays here. There was a hell of a lot of them. Second match in, and we're almost an hour in, boys. It's going to be a long one. We got more matchups to come, and here you see Braden Elliott snoring in the background as Retribution, Vortex, and Psycho Smoke celebrate their victory at the ring. Boy, oh boy. United States title up for grabs next. Keep track of them. This is the second title match of the evening. We got 5. I count them up. 5 of them. Torrence Benjamin looking for revenge over that missed rope break by referee Lou Sass. Of course, Torrence Benjamin facing off against Alexander K at Elimination Chamber just this past Wednesday. Alexander K, of course, picking up that victory and capturing the United States gold off of Torrence Benjamin. And the Almighty has been on a rampage ever since. He will get his chance right here, right now, as Benjamin and Alexander K get ready to face off. First one out. He is the almighty Torrence Benjamin. This man has a record here in AoK. He's has only had a few matches and only 2 losses. And again, that second loss coming at a bit of a coming with a bit of controversy, or a lot of controversy. Benjamin coming in here tonight to prove that Alexander K wouldn't have won that title if the referee had been paying attention. Here we go. United States champion about to make his entrance. Man is no stranger to wearing that gold either. Been the Intercontinental champion numerous times. Now carrying the United States title. He is set to go here tonight. He is pumped up. He may find himself in a bad spot here. As I said earlier, Torrence Benjamin not in a good mood over this whole title match going awry. There you get a look at that United States Championship. That is what is up for grabs. We're going to get the rest of the introductions here from Mr. Wayne Kerr. Go one last look at the belt for Alexander K before this matchup starts. His referee Jenna Taylor brings it over to show it off to the Almighty. He knows damn well what that belt looks like. And he's here to recapture it tonight. We're about to get it kicked off. As the Almighty is set, so is the masked man Alexander K. Just checking on both. Let's bring it on. Center of the ring. The Almighty drives him face down right out the gate. Alexander up, back down. Look at this. What a reversal. The United States champion coming to life here real quick. Knows he's got to keep Torrence Benjamin off his feet. No way he can share. No way he's going to be able to trade power with Torrence Benjamin. He's going to have to keep hitting and moving. But it is an Extreme Rules matchup. But by golly, what do you need a ladder for? I don't think that's a good idea. Throwing the ladder in, and Benjamin right there for him. Into the ropes. And Torrence Benjamin power slam trying to break the legs of Alexander K. Alexander up and over, 2 O's in the chat because that was stupid. Missing with that, I don't know if he missed with that suicide dive or not, really. Look at this. Canadian Destroyer, down he goes. And Torrence Benjamin, the challenger in this one. A strange place for him to be for that United States title. Look at this. Back to his feet and up and over, down he goes. And that brings that AoK arena crowd to life. Total World brings him down into an armbar. Alexander K. trying to toughen it up here against the former champ. But again, the strength of Torrence Benjamin. I just don't think that Alex can compete with just the strength alone. Extreme Rules, man. Anything goes. Any weapon. Just a pinfall or submission has to happen inside the ring. Benjamin from a deadlift. Powerbomb on the outside, and Alexander K. The United States champion is on spaghetti legs here. Sledgehammer misses, sidesteps him, and into the steps goes the Almighty. The equalizer in hand. Again and again with those shots. Look at this, back to the sledgehammer. Aiming for the midsection of Torrence Benjamin. Trying to break the core. Trying to neutralize any and all strength. Benjamin back with the sledgehammer, but again, Alexander one step ahead. Total World brings him back to that armbar, but too early. Benjamin already learned that trick. Already found a way out and goes right back for it. But unfortunately goes looking for a weapon. Turned his back on his opponent. And back inside we're going here. Jenna again just staying out of the way of this one. Not much she can do. Big drop kick by the champion. Benjamin back to his feet, kick to the midsection. Sets his opponent to the ropes. Guillotine. Down he goes, looking for an early victory. And only gets a one as Alexander K. pops the shoulder. Look at this, fires back, snap suplex right on the ladder. And then ran out of the ring as Benjamin back to his feet, but he's not doing a whole lot here. Back to his feet, kind of waiting for, look at this. Waited for an opportunity and struck. The United States champ being dumped out of the ring. Torrence Benjamin trying to get the crowd behind him. Kick to the midsection, Irish whip. Into the ropes. Goes Alexander, power slam. And look at this, Alexander K. just had the wind blown directly out of him. Using the ropes to pull himself back up. And Benjamin not giving him any room to move. Kick to the midsection. Alexander K. fires off a missile. Again, Benjamin down onto that ladder. Torrence Benjamin has to step through the ladder just to get any kind of leverage here. Superman punch. Down goes the champ. Boot to the back of the head. Sets him up, lines him in, sights it up, and knee directly to the face of the United States champion. Going for a bear hug. Traps the arm for a second. Looking for a submission. Trying to squeeze the life out of the United States champ. Again, Torrence Benjamin seeking his rematch clause for the United States title over a missed rope break at the Elimination Chamber. And Alexander K. is on fire at the moment. Recoil. Down goes Benjamin, looking for safer harbors. Kendo stick in hand, but not enough as Benjamin meets him around. Alexander up and over the back. What athleticism. Floats it around, DDT, concrete to forehead. Kendo stick to coconut. And Alexander K., your United States champion, may have found a way. Look at this, shattering that kendo stick across the midsection of the Almighty. He may have found a way to neutralize the strength of Torrence Benjamin. Balances him over the barricade. And what a boot to the side of the head. And Alexander's not done yet. Back under the ring apron, coming back with a baseball bat. Benjamin fights back to his feet. Swing and a miss, sidestep by the masked man. Boot to the midsection. Alexander again. Look at this. Torrence Benjamin turns it back around on Alexander. And Slumdog Millionaire it be. Up towards the ramp. This is getting into dangerous territory here, folks. We're now on bare concrete in diamond-plated metal, and down goes Alexander K. Tossed again. Torrence Benjamin, again, the strength of Torrence Benjamin coming to life. Coming to the forefront of this matchup. Look at this. Alexander being absolutely murderized out here. Again, applying the bear hug. No submission will do outside of the ring. But the damage that can be done outside the ring is where it's all at. And Alexander fighting back with a sling blade. Rolls it back up, drop kick. Lands hard on the concrete on himself. May have hurt himself in that one. Again, in control, helping Torrence Benjamin up. Look at this. Thought he was going for a Hurricane Rana. Instead, rolls the whole way down his back into a sunset bomb. Leg sweep by Torrence Benjamin. The Almighty back on his feet. Sets him up. Look at this. Another deadlift power bomb. This time on that diamond-plated ramp. Not again. He's going to do it to him again. A second time, the third time for that deadlift. And the third time for it on the ringside area. Twice on bare metal. Benjamin finds himself in that twisting armbar again. Again, able to break free. Alexander. Scorpion death drop. And fires off a series of short right hands to the forehead of the Almighty, who retaliates with a massive Superman punch. And then the slow workover of any body part he can get a hold of. And down goes Alexander, the United States champion. Agreed to this rematch. Really had no choice. The reclause of a champion, of course, is always the rematch. And down goes, face first, concrete and steel plate. Torrence Benjamin might be unconscious. He's standing, but I don't know how much of it is on his own. Standing Spanish fly. And Alexander K has everything to prove to his opponent tonight. And Torrence Benjamin says there's no way that Alexander could beat him without the referee missing that 3 count, or that rope break. And the United States champion, of course, like all champions in AoK, ready and willing to put that title right back on the line and battle for it. Prove to himself and any other doubters. Look at this, what an inverted atomic drop. Trying to prove to himself and any doubters that he will be a long-reigning United States champion. And if his biggest task happens to be one of the biggest men at his first title defense, then so be it. As Alexander has been putting the boots down, literally and figuratively, to the Almighty here at ringside. Helping his opponent back to his feet. Alexander K going for it again, looking for that Spanish fly, but Torrence Benjamin able to fight back to a point, but not enough. Butterfly backbreaker. And again, Alexander in control, the United States champion. I believe he has busted open the cheek of the Almighty. There's the Almighty finally getting some offense back in, gets his knees up, fires off that low running drop kick. Finally showing some life here. Absorbing all those blows handed out by Alexander, and now firing it right back twofold. Back to his feet. Again, gets caught up. Slumdog. Down goes Benjamin again. Locked up. X Factor on the concrete. Torrence Benjamin is going through hell here tonight against the United States champ. Again, fighting back. Benjamin never wanted to give up. Look at this, deadlifted that man from the floor just to replace him there with authority. And now the champion, the one wondering, is it all worth it? Is the title worth it? The crowd behind the champion. Torrence Benjamin back to his feet with the help of Alexander, just to be brought back to the mat with a DDT. Kick to the midsection, and again, a little nod to Latino heritage there, perhaps. Hard to tell under that mask, though he does wrestle in a luchador-like style. Benjamin back up and looking to take back control with brute force. 747, down goes Alexander. And again, back to the bear hug. Trying to squeeze the life out of him. We might have to help him out and get this match back inside the ring. They battled pretty far up the ramp here. There's a good possibility somebody's walking out of this one injured. Torrence Benjamin looks like he has been through an absolute war. I can't imagine what underneath the mask looks like of Alexander K. Standing moonsault again on the concrete. There's no padding there between the bottom of the ramp and the ringside area. That is bare arena floor. And Alexander K just opening up with fists and feet on the challenger. Again, the challenger still have lots of fight in him as he continues to fight back and at least give the United States champion Alexander K not only a challenge but an absolute battle for his first defense. And again, the former champion control. Talking smack on the boy. Letting me know he's going to need to wear that mask the rest of his life to hide the scars. We're going to give this just another moment or two before I have to take over and send these guys back into the ring. Give them a chance to do it on their own. Beal throw and the Almighty having something to say at the fans at ringside. He needs to focus on Alexander, who's back to his feet. Shot to the midsection. And we get sent back up the other way. I'm going to jump in here for just a minute just to get this match heading back to the ringside area. We'll grab up Torrence. Whoops. We'll grab up Torrence here real quick. We're going to help this man up, and we're going to send him to ringside. Don't hit me. Don't do nothing. I'm just trying to put you back closer to the ring. Matter of fact, we're going to put Torrence in the ring and give him a chance to do a little bit of a taunt to make up for me having to take over. And then we will return to the match. My apologies, and we continue. Back outside we go. You better throw him in the ring. You throw him back up. Okay, cool. Sends him into the ring, and Benjamin stopping to grab a table. Back outside we go. And this time, Benjamin sent inside the ring. Follows him up. We're everybody back inside. Look at this. Towards the islands. And we got a pinfall attempt. There's one. There's two. The United States title on the line. And the United States champion manages to kick out. But he's going to end up back in it one more time. No. Finds a break. Finds a way out of it. And the United States champion looking for an equalizer. He has had to battle like hell against the Almighty. And the Almighty keeps coming. And one more time, another Torrance, the Islands. Another pinfall attempt. The United States title goes back around the waist of Torrance Benjamin. We have just crowned two new champions tonight. Both of them members of the Unwanted. The hardcore title going around the waist of RWP. Torrance Benjamin recapturing the United States title. This does not look like a good night to be a champion in AoK. Whether you're a long-reigning champion or a short-time champion, it is going to be an uphill battle for those guys tonight. And Tornado Tag, 6-woman action. Logan Hawk spreading the sportsman-like conduct. That's what we like to see. That was a hell of a match. That was a long match. That was a lot going on there. Torrance Benjamin versus Alexander K for the United States title. Right now we're heading into the Shield Maidens versus the Squad with Ivy. Yeah, it was a shame I had to get involved and bring them back down, but it didn't look like they were heading to they stayed up away from that that rope for that blah, blah. They stayed away from the ring for quite some time there. We're going to go to ringside, and folks, I'm going to step away for just a hot minute while these introductions get done. The Shield Maidens take on the Squad versus Ivy in 6-women tornado tag action. Emma Garcia, Violet Watson. First one's out.
Is a 6-woman tornado tag team match, and the Job Squad.
The Shield Maidens making their entrance. Beth Mullins, Ramona Haynes, and Amber DeRose. 6-woman action. Anything goes. Tornado tag. This is going to be another long. This is going to be another long matchup. I can see it already. What am I eating? I'm getting ready to sit down with a couple of candy cakes. Had to go grab a little snacky snack. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Is that time? Look at this. Ramona Haynes dropping bombs on Emma Garcia. Nah, and I knew that. I just wanted to let you know I was right there, and just letting you know I was right there. I didn't want to interrupt you while you was doing what you was doing. And the Shield Maidens at the moment standing tall over all 3 members of the squad with Ivy. Emma Garcia with a big slam on Ramona Haynes on the outside. Ivy and Garcia. Look at this. Amber DeRose with a suicide dive takes out Violet Watson here at ringside in front of us. Finds herself around here, coming back around to Violet. Catching Ivy with that neck breaker. Good God. Ivy back into the ring, gets sent to the ropes by Ramona. And again, the Shield Maidens fairly dominant in this matchup. Big save there by Garcia, as Ivy is doing her best here to hold her team together. Garcia with Mullins. Down she goes with a standing power slam. Double underhook. Up and over goes Violet. Turns it around for an arm drag. Nicely done. And the squad finally showing some sort of offense. Ramona Haynes with Ivy on the outside. Amber DeRose watching over as Emma Garcia and Violet Watson team up on Beth Mullins. Amber coming around the bottom, meeting with Garcia. And Garcia with a huge throwaway body slam. But Amber right back to her feet. Beth Mullins down at the feet of Violet Watson. Ivy inside the ring with Ramona Haynes trying to find some semblance of order on the outside. Finds her spot, and Violet Watson takes a hit. Watson back inside. Ivy gets caught up by Mullins. Ramona Haynes manhandling Emma Garcia. Amber DeRose to the corner. Fights her way back out. Snap suplex on Violet Watson. And the Shield Maidens again take back control. Taken for the ride. Violet Watson pulls her back and a forearm smash to the face. But look at this. DeRose using a sling, almost like a slingshot action with that forearm, but Ivy there to make the save. And now Ivy trying to keep her team together. Amber leaving the ring. Watson leaving the ring. And Ramona Hayes looking for a submission. And Violet Watson makes the save. But she finds herself alone in the ring with all three members of the Shield Maidens. And they were waiting to strike. Garcia back to her feet. Circles the whole way around to go after Haynes. And again, just leaving Violet Watson in the ring to be mauled over by the Shield Maidens. These three women coming in here, these three have come in with an absolute disregard for how things are to be. And working on making it how they want them to be. Mullins taken to the top rope. That decides against it as Amber DeRose attacks Emma Garcia, Violet Watson, and Ramona at the bottom of the screen. And Ivy finally coming to her senses in the top of the screen. Look at this. DDT, DDT. It is not looking good for the squad and Ivy. DeRose, top rope, drops the elbow. Violet Watson, nice reversal there. No pinfall attempt by DeRose. Belly to belly. Violet Watson takes down Beth Mullins, Ramona Hayes. Facing off, squaring up with Ivy. This in the center of the ring. Amber DeRose takes her down with the DDT. That may do it. Do we have a pinfall? Her leg is hooked. Emma Garcia kicks out at 2.5. Keeping this match alive for her team, but her team is not looking good at the moment. As Watson eats a boot from Beth Mullins. Fighting back though, she gets back to her feet and able to defend herself. But again to the top rope goes DeRose. Ivy quickly to the inside, not there to make the save in time to help her friend, but there to drop a DDT and a pinfall attempt. Amber DeRose shoulders down. Jenna Taylor starts the count and Beth Mullins makes the save. This matchup continues on. 6 women tag action. Tornado tag, and look at Ivy. Fallout powerbomb, hooks the leg, but unfortunately Amber DeRose right there to make the save. Turns it around, DeRose. Caught up by Ivy for a moment, but turns it into a DDT, and now Emma Garcia inside the ring with 2 members of the Shield Maiden. We got a pinfall attempt. And Garcia again able to save her own hide. And pull the shoulder off the mat before the count of 3. DDT on the outside again. Amber DeRose being absolutely methodic in who she's attacking and when. Again, doubles it down. Pinfall attempt. And too little too late. The Shield Maidens pick up the victory in this 6-person battle. Let's take a look at some of this replay. Look at this. Double underhook. Drives her down with a pedigree. Ivy in the background with a DDT of her own. Look at this headlock noogie. Took her right out of the match with that. Violet stopping a submission attempt.
Here are your winners.
But that double underhook DDT picking up the victory for the Shield Maidens. As we get ready to move on to our next matchup, while the Shield Maidens continue their victory celebration inside the ring. Let's do it. Women's matchup one more time. No holds barred. Aylynn Potter taking on the Witch Lilith for the women's hardcore title. Takes a lot out of you. Gonna take a lot to get back in it. Aylynn Potter, she could be the third member of the Unwanted to walk out of tonight's episode as a champion. If that's the case, that is 3 champions inside one stable. We're going to head to ringside and get the introductions and get these entrances. Take it away, Mr. Wayne Kerr. Aylynn Potter, of course, coming in to us from Pooty, Mr. I Am Pooty 227. As always, if you get a chance, check him out. Check out his VODs. Check him out live when he pops up. Some more AoK wrestling action. Some of your favorite AoK stars can be found over on WCW Nitro, hosted by I Am Pooty 227. Not to mention your favorites, some of your other favorites here in AoK. Torrence Benjamin, some of your new favorites, the new champion, the returning, recaptured United States champion, Torrence Benjamin, Aylynn Potter, and of course RWP. The new the new hardcore champion. Check that out when Pooty goes live. I'm believing he is live every Saturday. Every Saturday, I believe he is live. Tuesdays and Saturdays, perhaps. I'm not sure of the schedule right offhand, but go over, give him a follow. Hit the notification so you know when he does go live. Check him out. Women's Hardcore Champion, the Witch, Lilith. She is ready to go against Aylynn. Aylynn, of course, winning her first matchup. Her debut matchup was an opportunity to be in that 6-woman Money in the Bank briefcase match at the Royal Rumble. She won her opportunity but fell short of capturing the briefcase. But she has been a solid competitor the whole way through, and tonight she gets her chance at the Women's Hardcore title. Oddly enough, if she captures that title, that makes a husband and wife team to both not only carry titles, but to carry the hardcore titles.
She is the Women's Hardcore Champion, the Witch, Lilith.
Our champion shows off that World Hardcore title. I guess it's a World Hardcore title. Guess it's not really territorized in any way. It's just a hardcore title. It's not it doesn't have a geographical location attached to it. Excuse me while I catch my flow here. Get ready for this women's matchup. Jenna Taylor checking on both women. They are ready to go. Let's ring the bell. Center of the ring. Locking up. These two women are actually pretty evenly matched up as far as size, strength, and abilities go. And Aylynn steps around, backbreaker, taking down the champion. Helps her back to her feet, lock up, center of the ring. Turns her around, sends her into the ropes, meets her with a nice forearm. Lilith fighting back to her feet, fires off a series of big right hands. Sends Potter into the ropes and over the top rope to the outside, and we're finding another match taking place outside the ring here tonight. No holds barred, anything goes. Just finish it in the ring. Potter circling around, putting the boots down to the champion. Look at this. Sends her back in, trying to keep this, I want to say clean, but I don't think that's gonna stay that way long. Off the ropes and a big drop kick. Takes down the champ. Again, she fights back to her feet, gets herself caught up, sent to the ropes. Clothesline blocks it, but no, again, Potter turns the tables on Lilith. Back to her feet, enziguri, down goes Potter. And the hardcore champion under the ring apron, looking for something, coming back with a kendo stick. And catches the challenger coming out of the corner. Showboating leads to ass whoopings every single time. Pinfall attempt, only 2. Lilith a little surprised by that, but I'm not sure why that came as a surprise. It wasn't that big of a shot from the kendo stick. But that knee, you might want to go for a pinfall after that knee. A bit of a swing and a miss. Catches her in the cheek with that forearm smash. And Lilith turns her back on her opponent. And unfortunately, Potter taking huge opportunity with that. And Potter drives the knee into the forearm. Lilith with a huge spear. Potter went for that kendo stick, and Lilith just fired off with that spear from across the ring. But Potter with a submission, looking to take it out here with a submission. Lilith trying to work herself around, able to get her arm free and break that hold. But again, Potter, psycho cutter, hook of the leg, hardcore title on the line. Jenna says 1, 2, and the shoulder comes up. Lilith comes up off the mat, drops back down, leapfrog over. Catches her midway through, Alabama slam. What a spine buster that was. Turns her momentum right against her. And Lilith is fired up. But Potter sidesteps, sends the champion over the top rope. Stops for the equalizer, but again, Lilith with a huge shot to the side of the temple. Nah. Falling powerbomb laid out at ringside, and Potter screeching at her, a high-pitched screech of the witch as she continues the assault on the challenger. Potter needs to come up with something here. She needs to be able to reach that kendo stick. She needs something to change the tide of this, and that knee to the forehead isn't going to be helpful. Is now Lilith. Goes on the absolute attack with that kendo stick. Potter able to get back up. Send this match back inside the ring, perhaps looking for a finish. Fires off a series of kicks. Lilith again trying to fight back. Down to one knee and then finally to the mat. As Potter continues the attack as well. Kick to the back of the knee. Lilith looking for low ground and a little bit of separation. Potter from the top. Missile drop kick hits the mark. And down goes the champion. Aylynn circling back around, back for the kendo stick. Lilith waited for it, caught her. Bulldog on the concrete. Not much padding at the ringside area. She takes it back inside. Lilith follows her back in, stalking Potter back to her feet. Both women standing. Big clothesline takes down the champ. Follows it up with another. Sets her up. Heel kick. Pinfall attempt. looking to take the championship. There's two, and no. Again, a kick out. The Witch pulls the right shoulder from the mat, and Aylynn Potter has something in mind. Down she goes. Pinfall attempt, a modified version of the Witch's Grimoire, and she picks up the victory. New hardcore champion in the women's division. New hardcore champion in the men's division. Returning United States champion. AoK has just been taken by storm. Under the influence of the unwanted. One stable, 3 belts. The landscape of AoK is starting to shift, and we are heading back down to ringside. Lilith going to come out here. Well, let's not talk about that. Ooh. What's going on? Target, what is going on here? Alright, Prestige. Bud Marvelous, one-on-one. You know these two have turned on each other. Bud Marvelous turning on Prestige. And picking up the victory at their Elimination Chamber match. One-on-one here again tonight. I don't see too much of this ending soon. But let's head to ringside here and get into this. Marvelous on the way down, and from behind, Prestige slamming him into them steel steps. And look at this, the assault continues as Prestige repeatedly drops elbows on the knee of Marvelous. Chop takes him down again. Prestige attacking the arm. Repeatedly here, into the barricade he goes. Another slam. Prestige attacking Bud Marvelous before the match. Bud able to finally get some shots back here. Prestige fighting back, gets an elbow to the midsection, sending him into the barricade. One more time for good measure. Look at this, ramming him in there. This matchup, I don't even know if we're going to get a match out of this. The referee, we need to either separate these two or begin the match. We got to do something. Marvelous doing his best to fight back here and catching Prestige with the legacy elbow. That may be enough to change the tide here. As Prestige changes everything up, runs up the steps and rolls into the ring. Catching Marvelous a little unawares, but springboard drop kick. Turns it around, up and down with that suplex. Marvelous goes for the pinfall, but Lou, Referee Lou, do you know your job? Referee Lou having none of this. Did we get a bell? Did we? I didn't take notice. Did we get a bell when they both got in the ring? Prestige opening up with those those punches and backhands. Marvelous trying to pull himself back up. Prestige right there, Look at this. No, he's not. No, he's not. That DDT. This is one of the most dangerous moves we have here. The Prestige looking to injure. Oh, the count started. I see. You guys had to get out of the ring and get Lou. Gotcha. Lou wasn't being cooperative there. As soon as he got a chance to count you guys out, though, he's all over. Look at this. Prestige, a little bit of misdirection, and down goes Marvelous. And Lou with the count. Marvelous, not done yet. Prestige can't believe it after that attack before the matchup even began. He beat the hell out of Bud outside the ring. And Marvelous still having life in him, but that statement may have been a little premature. Prestidigitation, that has to do it. Hook the leg, call it a night. And look at this, Prestige. This was his closest friend, the closest thing to a friend. And this man, after attack, look at this. Come on, guys. Somebody get down here and stop this. Somebody get down there and separate these two, man. But Marvelous. At the mercy of Prestige, again, repeatedly with that steel chair, over and over on the arm. Let's head on this. Let's take a look at something else. We got more tag action coming. Extreme Rules tag. Oh, let's not call that. Let's see what happens first. Let's see what happens. Let's not say it's a tag match. It's a one-on-one. Connor Riley taking on Pedro the Owl, with Big Bad Adam Boone in the corner of Riley. Of course, these two teams having a little bit of Pedro and Coyote Kid attacking the War Raiders. Just a few episodes ago, facing off against each other as well at the Elimination Chamber. You'd think that would have ended it. These two teams just can't get enough of it. Singles action tonight. Connor Riley and Pedro the Owl. Let's hit ringside. Let's get introductions. For everybody viewing, man, I appreciate you guys being here and helping this thing keep moving forward. And we will continue to bring you the action every Sunday night at 7 and every Wednesday night at 9, as often weekly as we can. And I will almost always get the opportunity to give you guys a heads up when an episode will not be available. But there will almost always be a makeup episode shortly thereafter. Because I do this for your entertainment and my amusement. And by golly, I'm going to amuse the hell out of myself. The Torpedo, that's not him, that's Big Bad. Big Bad Adam Boone coming down the ringside with his little buddy. The Torpedo, Connor Riley. Riley going one-on-one with one of the most athletic of the luchador wrestlers in Pedro the Owl.
And his opponent, representing the Union from
Pedro with a little bit of swagger here tonight. He feeling it. Wanting to get it on. Wanting to get this in. Wanting to grab up this victory. Against this team, these two, like I said, these two teams have been kind of back and forth with each other. Big Bad, the War Raiders, kicking Pedro the Owl and his partner Coyote Kid out of the ring after their first face-off, which prompted Pedro the Owl and the Coyote Kid to attack the War Raiders before their next meeting. And tonight, one-on-one, Connor Riley faces off against Pedro the Owl with Big Bad in the corner, and Connor Riley doing all right for himself at the beginning stages of this matchup. Pedro looking to reflect some of that. Another big shot there. Locks him up. Pedro with a DDT. And Conor Riley a little shaken by that. Looking to separate here a little bit, but too little too late. Pedro the Owl taking flight, swooping down. That's right, swooping down. On top of Pedro, or top of Conor. Look at this, right outside the ring here, again on the outside. There's been more fights on the outside of the ring tonight than there have on the inside. Into the steel steps again. Pedro thrown to the feet of Boone, who just casually walks away, not wanting to cause an uproar here. Adam Boone looking to be a neutral in this, and to show that his team doesn't need to resort to this sort of tactics in order to win matches here in AoK. Springboard by Conor Riley, upside down. Pedro the Owl takes the brunt of it. Lock him back up. Irish whip into the ropes goes Pedro. Conor hits the mat, leaps up over. Mule kick, almost like a somersault drop kick. Turns his opponent around. Inverted Hurricane Rana DDT. And we're looking for a pinfall attempt. Lou goes for the pin. There's one. And Owl kicks out immediately. Kicking out after only one. But Conor staying on the assault. Keeping the advantage in his favor. And sticking with it here. Drops the elbow. And look at this. Pedro looking to steal it away. Gets a 1 count out of it. Drop kick. Riley stepped back out of the way of that drop kick. And then follows it up with this modified backstabber. Conor Riley, top rope, looking for the torpedo stomp perhaps. Not yet, too early he thinks. Cross body from the top. And Pedro again to the outside. Look at this, Boone having none of it, sends him right back in. Referee saw it, but Lou's going to let it ride. And Riley to the top rope on the other side. Sets it up, torpedo stomp, nobody home. Right through the legs, right through the intestines of Pedro the Owl. Cross body in the ring corner. Springboard sets him up, flying forearm, and Pedro the Owl again, center of the ring. Conor Riley looking for the victory. And he gets the 3. The War Raiders, look at this. The War Raiders with a steel chair chasing Lou Sass out of the ring. And the Coyote Kid down here to save his partner. The victory goes to Conor. But Coyote Kid out here to protect his partner here with that steel chair. Saved him from who knows what. From who knows what as the War Raiders make their way backstage. We get ready to enter into the main event areas as James Coleman challenges for the brand new AoK Light Heavyweight Championship. Anthony Omega unifying the Cruiserweight Championship and the Television Championship, and morphing it into the Light Heavyweight Championship. And tonight, our first good look at that title. As James Coleman challenges Anthony Omega, one-on-one Light Heavyweight title on the line. Wait till you get a look at this thing. Let's head to ringside.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for
Wayne Kerr giving us the rundown. It is for the light heavyweight championship for one fall. Our main event coming up next. IKB using his rematch clause to take on Dean Graves for the Intercontinental Championship, looking to recapture it one final time here. As OTM inspired James Coleman makes his way down. If you're a fan of Fortnite, Power World, Call of Duty, make sure you give him a shout over that way. I don't know if I can give my boy a shout out for real or not. I don't know if that's a situational thing or if it isn't a situational thing. Let me see if I can give my boy OTM a bit of a... I didn't think nothing tonight. Or can we without him being here? Can we without him? No, doesn't do it without him. You guys know who he is. If you don't already follow him, you probably should. He's about to challenge for the light heavyweight title, and Anthony Omega would be wearing it around his waist. First man to unify it. Bringing it for the first defense here tonight on AoK. That's not for me. That was supposed to be for OTM, not me, you monkey's ass. Anyway. Besides that, I forgot the rest of OTM's Hootie Clapper, so there's that. Take a look at that belt as Anthony Omega makes his way up. Member of Destruction Incorporated. He'll be known as the last television champion and the first light heavyweight champion. And James Coleman, as it turns out, gives him the opportunity to recapture the title of Grand Slam champion. As Wayne Kerr gives us the rest of the introductions, let's tune into that. Alright, we'll get one more good look at that belt. Look at that thing. Light heavyweight, that's bigger than most of our light heavyweights, to be honest with you. Pedro the Out gets that thing around his waist, man. That'll look like his mask. Jenna Taylor having trouble lifting that belt up over her head. As we get ready to go one-on-one, James Coleman, Anthony Omega, Jenna Taylor are your official. Let's get down to it. Logan Hawk throwing his signs up and starting those chants in the chat. Coleman takes a knee to the forehead right out the gate. And the champ in control of the opening moments of this matchup. Boot to the head. Coleman able to get some offense here. He follow through a couple of shots, but no. Blocked by Omega. The champ sends a challenger. No, brings him back in for a knee to the gut. Irish whip. Omega sends a challenger into the ropes. Coleman sidesteps that double axe handle. Turns it around, sends the champion into the blocks. No, blocked again. Back and forth these two. These two are pretty evenly matched up here at the beginning of the match here. As that Coleman looks to follow up that hip toss. The fireman's carry into a guillotine. Easy with the showboating. You know what it leads to. Yep, outside the ring we go. Over the top rope. Ass whoopings are about to begin. Anthony follows him out. Coleman able to block that punch. Turns the secondary punch into a hip toss. Boot to the head. And Coleman in control on the outside. Follows it up, sets him up over the barricade. Big boot, and here we go. Coleman drapes the arm. Gourd buster. Back inside the ring, Coleman takes it inside as Anthony Omega. Still on the barricade as Jenna continues her count, barely making it in before the count of 10. But Omega, Irish whip, goes right to work on Coleman here in the corner. Look at this. He suplexed that man right into the corner, goes for the cover. 1, 2, and Coleman kicks out at 2.5. Omega toying with Coleman. Meeting him outside the ring just to send him back inside. Light heavyweight champion staying one step ahead of the challenger and catches him with that enziguri. Knee to the midsection. Sets him up. Powerbomb position. Runs him down. Pinfall attempt again for a 2 count. But the champ, again, in control, keeping control of the matchup, staying in the driver's seat, keeping Coleman as neutralized as he possibly can. Sends him into the turnbuckle, follows him up, Superman punch. Swing and a miss by Coleman, spear by Omega. And Omega looking to take down the challenger here. Has him in his sights, ducks under double arm DDT, turns him around. Pinfall attempt. James Coleman, Light Heavyweight Championship, gets the shoulder and eats a curb stomp. Omega not done yet. Off the ropes. People's moonsault coming up. James Coleman brings the knees instead. Coleman to his feet first. Clothesline takes down Omega. Boot to the head and knee to the face. The unpredictable one, allowing his opponent to get back to his feet on his own. Coleman turns him upside down, locks him into the tree of woe. To the outside. What is Coleman doing? Climbing to the top rope. Double foot stomp in the corner. And waste no time attacking the chest. Continue the assault on the chest. Multiple elbows. And again, outside and upstairs. Coleman, something in mind. Back to his feet, makes the leap. Standing elbow drop, pinfall attempt. Light heavyweight title on the line. Only a 1 count. Anthony Omega, way too much life left in him. But it's time for the A-Town down. Again, the pinfall attempt. And again, only 2 seconds. No pinfall for James Coleman. So close to a Grand Slam title again. Coleman, for his own egotistical needs, needs to have that championship. Needs to be able to say that he is a Grand Slam champion. He was until this belt was introduced. First in line. First defense by Anthony Omega. And it's against somebody who needs that title on a psychological level. And Omega, not looking to get rid of it, sends him to the corner. Coleman again eats another Superman punch. Swallows another spear. Another pinfall attempt. Jenna says 1. Jenna says 2. And a kick out. Before the 3. Coleman rolling out of the ring. Looking for a reprieve. And Anthony Omega makes the dive. Coleman diving out of the way. How smart was that? Ducking out of the way at the last moment. I thought he caught him. I thought he clipped him on the way down, but Coleman taking full advantage of that misstep and going to work on the champion. Looking to take this back, looking to make that claim. Light heavyweight title on the line. And Jenna Taylor has started her wonderful, unending 10 count. As Coleman takes the fight to Anthony Omega. We head back inside. Omega up to one knee. Coleman springboard. Catches him with that drop kick. Goes for the wrist lock. Steps under, turns it around, reverses it. Omega with a right hand. A couple of shots down low, back high. Off the ropes, clothesline. Anthony Omega coming back to life. Ducks under. Coleman fires back with a clothesline of his own. And we are coming up here. It is getting close. It is either man's matchup. Light heavyweight championship on the line. What a power slam. Coleman thinks he's got it. And he may be right. But only for a 2 count. Back to his feet. Back to the fireman's carry. Back to the A-Town down. Coleman looking to become a Grand Slam champion for the second time. No. Omega again kicks out. Coleman's had enough. Coleman doesn't know what else to do, but he's had enough. He steps into it. Crippler crossface. Crippler crossface. Jenna right there to hear the screams of Anthony Omega. Is he going to tap out? The champion holding on for what it's worth. Picking at the fingers, trying to loosen the lock, and he did. And leaves Coleman with a shot to the jaw. Before walking away, up on the shoulders, fireman's carry across the ring, guillotine. Coleman helped back to his feet, collar and elbow tie up, boot to the midsection. Coleman with the springboard, nobody home, sidestep. The champ, in control again, hooks the leg, suplex. Coleman in trouble. Grabs the wrist, reverses it. Again, the back and forth between these two. Coleman sent staggering with a series of punches here from Omega. Back into the turnbuckle. Coleman on the top rope. Omega, what does he have in mind? Making some space. Using the ropes, runs to the top. Superplex. And he held on to him. Into a tornado plex. Pinfall attempt. Light heavyweight title on the line, and the hand comes down for the 3rd time. As Anthony Omega has successfully defended his light heavyweight title. Let me take a look at some of these replays. Ducking under spear. Pinfall attempt off of the A-Town down. And a kick out again. And finally, off that top rope. That superplex, and your light heavyweight champion remains Anthony Omega. And that was a solid landing, man. And then he rolls him up and hits him with another one. This is pretty good matches here tonight. These guys are going balls to the walls, man. It's time for the main event. Falls count 'em up anywhere. Inside the ring, outside the ring, front stage, backstage, parking lot, locker room, does not matter. Pinfall or submission happens anywhere. Rematch. IKB, the Iron Man, Ken Bouchard, hits the rematch clause, gets his chance at redemption for the Intercontinental Champion, lost to him at Elimination Chamber. Dean Graves, able to capture gold for the first time, will face off against a man that lost that title, and he is in a bad mood. As IKB, Dean Graves says he is here for it. We're going to go to ringside, and I'm going to go radio silent.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the Intercontinental Championship.
And I am back with you. Just in time for the Intercontinental Champion to make his entrance. Actually, in all honesty, when I set this match, she was to come out. Oh, it's a Falls Count Anywhere. Falls Count Anywhere. There's no no manager at ringside. Unless it's a normal match, you can forget there's no managers at ringside. You can forget adding anybody to ringside. Normal matches only. Which, I mean, I kind of get it, but also, like, I kind of don't. I don't know why they won't allow a manager for most types of matches. Yeah, she's only ever been in a handful of matches with him. We seldom do normal matches, so there's that. Well, IC title. Get a good look at it. IKB looking to recapture that. Looking to add days to his title reign. The collective number given to him by the AI does all the math for me, so I don't have to figure that out. This could be set. This could be set to be a very good match, or this could be a very quick match. IKB has been collecting titles. And though he is, I mean, he does have a connection with Dean Graves. He was part of the BMF's Survivor Series team. Here we go. Joe Brony ready to ring the bell. Swing and a miss. And IKB, look at this. Looking to make it super quick. Going straight for a bear hug. Looking to take his opponent out in the opening moments of the matchup. Ringing his bell. Lets him loose. Is it enough? Able to take the big man down, but IKB right back to his feet. Dean Graves doing that showboating thing. Trying to go move for move here with Big Ken is not the way to do it. IKB with a boot to the face and a knee to press down. IKB to the outside. You know where he's going. You know where he's going. That's right. Right to them steps. Loads him up. And lets him loose right between the eyes of Dean Graves and the champion. In trouble a second time here. Caught up in this giant of a bear hug. Joe Brony, as I said, falls count anywhere. Joe Brony right there on top of things. A little bit of separation, and Graves, sling blade, taking down IKB. Swing and a miss, but that elbow caught him. Looking for a submission of his own, locks it in. Joe Brony right there listening for the I quit. IKB not likely to happen. This man's a two-time dual-wielding champion. Back for his steps as Graves makes it back to his feet. Matchup continues on again. Another submission hold applied. But again, IKB able to break free and gets sending Graves into the barricade. Follows him over there. A big boot to the forehead. Before heading back looking for some sort of equalizer. Comes back out with a kendo stick. Couple of shots to the forehead and down goes the champ. Look at that. Got him nowhere. Went for that clothesline and he didn't even budge, the Iron Man. Standing power slam. Hip up. Graves coming in tough but gets dragged back down and we might have a pinfall here. Intercontinental title? No. 2 count only. But again, IKB keeping the heat on. Scoops his opponent up, drives the knee into the ribs, looking for a rib breaker there. IKB sets him up, lines. Look at this, looking for distance and eats a knee to the face, but able to shrug it off and back to his feet. Back inside we go. IKB and Dean Graves for the Intercontinental Championship. The champion sent to the ropes. The challenger sliding out of the ring. What the hell is he doing? Slides out of the ring and comes back with a steel chair. This one shot right between the eyes catches him. But again, Graves with that kip up, feeling no pain. DDT on IKB. And I believe IKB has been busted open. Irish whip. Graves sends IKB to the ropes. Sling blade. Center of the ring. Swings around. Oh, ducks under. The Iron Man ducks under and grabs up the bear hug for the 3rd time in this matchup. He has been trying to crush the bones of Dean Graves. Graves again able to break free. But can he follow it up? Another sling blade. Staying on top of the challenger. Graves helps his opponent up. And what a shot. A series of them. And the The former champ rolling out of the ring, looking to make some separation before stepping back in. Sends Graves into the ropes. Discus clothesline takes him down. And IKB. Strength. Look, Graves pokes him right in the eye. He just poked the Iron Man right in the eye, and I don't think that was the smartest thing to do here. As IKB leans into it. Eye for an eye, perhaps. Looking to bust open Dean Graves. Helps his opponent back up, drapes the arm. Suplex. Picture perfect. And the Iron Man might be setting him up here. Pulling Graves away from the ropes. Waiting for an opportunity. He might still be too close to the ropes for this, but he's going for it. The Bouchard bomb. Pinfall attempt. Joe Brody goes one, goes two, and we have a reclaimed Intercontinental title. The Iron Man Ken Bouchard recapturing that said title to become your Intercontinental Champion once again. A hell of a matchup. Dean Graves trying to shake it off here. For your fourth time. A four-time Intercontinental Champion. A four-time Intercontinental Champion. And that is all of the wrestling action we're going to get here tonight. That was the main event, and a hell of a main event it was. A good way to go off the air as far as that end of it goes, but you know what time it is. Let's take a look at that data. Let's check the news, make sure everybody made it out alive. There's a lot going on February 4th. Wow, fourth week of February. Let's take a look. Ted Rockpage injured. RWP, your new hardcore champion. Picking that match, picking that win up out of that 8-man battle royal. Jake Wiley suffering a little bit of an injury tonight. Torrence Benjamin suffering an injury tonight. Torrence Benjamin also capturing the United States title. That is 2 members of the Unwanted with championship changes tonight. Violet suffering a minor injury. You guys are out here to kill each other. And the 3rd member, all 3 members of the Unwanted capturing gold here tonight. Prestige with that vicious attack on Bud Marvelous. We're going to check in on Bud and make sure that he is able to continue throughout the rest of this series. And of course, as you just saw, the Iron Man snagging up the AoK Intercontinental Championship for the 4th time. He's the four-time Intercontinental Champion. Let's jump on down to the next show and see what can be seen upon the screen. First things first, any new news? We got some. Look at this, Adrian Arnold. Adrian Arnold cleared to return to action. My goodness, Adrian Arnold, you're going to return to action. Oh, man. Zach the Ripper will be happy to hear that. Power rankings. Always a good time. Power rankings. Omer T. Hinkledeimer rocking the top spot. Zoe Uri in part 2. Mama Logan sitting at number 3. Your women's undisputed champion. Picking that title up at Elimination Chamber. Big money. Looking at that big money. Cletus Hinkledeimer, the other half of the fighting Hinkledeimers. Hunter Singer looking pretty good, top 5. Logan Hawk sitting at 6. James Coleman at 7. Remington Singer, brother to the Hunter Singer, sitting at number 8. Echo at number 9. And the Iron Man, your Intercontinental Champion, sitting in the top 10. Makes that one a solid. Headhunter at 11. Your new hardcore champion, RWP, at 12. Alexander K. Your former United States champion at 13. Gwendol sitting at 14. And the Witch Lilith at 15. A few more to go. The Punisher at 16. Paige at 17. Cameron Sawyer at 18. The Hardcore Degenerate 19. And of course Alice Angel filling out our top 20. Let's see what the AI says we might want to do with some of these matches. Isabella versus Morgan Quinn. It's a possibility. The Headhunter, Eric Coleman and Torrence Benjamin. Triple threat Falls Count Anywhere. Maybe we'll talk about it. Nova and Sean Sullivan. I think we're going to kill that feud as it goes. James Coleman, Cameron Sawyer, Prestige, and Vulgar the Clown. I see no reason for that matchup to exist, but we might do it just for giggles. Logan Hawk and Trevor the Lawman. Been a while. Been a while for Trev. Look at this. I got nothing to do with it. They said they wouldn't get a chance at the Elimination Chamber. They didn't say anything about the show after. We'll talk about it. Zoe Yuri and the Empress. IKB. Again, one more rematch clause. When you're a dual-wielding champion and you lose both titles in the same night, you got rematch clauses on both of them. IKB looking to grab up another dual-wielding championship as he cashes in on Angus Gordon. And Gavin Wilson with Zach the Ripper. And the return of Adrian Arnold. This could be a big show come Wednesday night. So tune in for that at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But until then, my friends, as always, I appreciate each and every one of you for everything you guys do here and away from here. You guys be safe. Take care of one another. And as always, don't forget to wash behind your ears. Thank you and good night. Peace.